Monstera Deliciosa.
Monstera Deliciosa.
I've already sold out my crop for the year because it's in such high demand, more so than avocados even. Monstera Deliciosa.
Monstera Deliciosa. I still don't know how to pronounce it.
So the first couple times I tried to eat this, I ended up, it's like you're biting into fiberglass. It's like little spines in your lips, you know?
Yeah.
But then I finally figured out how to eat it, loved it. Oh, when they're ready, as in when they open.
When they open, yes.
Your whole house will smell like fruit salad.
And this is how it looks when it's getting ripe.
So they kind of grow, see that?
So there's 4 there.
4, and they'll be ready next August.
So you can almost eat it like corn on the cob. I've seen some people cut it here and just eat it that way. Monstera Deliciosa.
Monstera Deliciosa.
Monstera Deliciosa. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees. We are with Tom from Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm. And today we're going to be talking about something other than avocados. But if you want to learn about avocados, this is the man you want to see and you want to follow his channel. The link's below. Tom, how you been, man?
Oh, I've been doing great, Paul. It's good to see you.
You know, I'm always looking for exotic fruits, things people haven't tried before. And one of my favorite tasting fruits is a fruit that most people haven't even heard of before. And if you have a little space and you're looking to grow something that tastes absolutely amazing, this is what we're going to be talking about today. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but he does. Pronounce it.
Monstera Deliciosa.
Monstera Deliciosa. It looks like corn on the cob, but tastes like bananas and pineapple. Absolutely amazing.
It's delicious.
So I've known about this fruit for a very long time, and I've had it. And we're going to show you it today, but the leaves here on this, and I'll bring the camera a little closer, look like your traditional landscaping leaves that you would find in some decorative neighborhood or in front of some houses. But there is one variety of this type of leaf that's not only used for landscape, there's a fruit that grows in it. We're about to show it to you in a moment, but when did you first hear of this fruit?
I first heard of this fruit in 2013 when I moved here into the property, and a guy who's now my friend, a local fellow farmer came by, and he was just walking the grove and chit-chatting, and he says, this produces an edible fruit. And he said it's called Monstera Deliciosa, and he told me, you could eat it in the month of August. What he didn't tell me is that it burns your mouth if you don't prepare it properly. It's got some type of chemical, something oxalate in it. It's essentially, if you've ever eaten a pineapple and gotten that tingle in the back of your mouth, certain types of pineapple, it's that same chemical, except for it's in a much higher concentration in the Monstera Deliciosa. So the first couple times I tried to eat this, I ended up, it's like you're biting into fiberglass. It's like little spines in your lips, Yeah. But then I finally figured out how to eat it, loved it, kept it to myself. I'd give it to people as a gift. I would not let it overtake an avocado tree like this because, that's not good for the avocado tree. Then I'd say around 2019, 2020, it started going viral. I made a video about it and it took off. And then when TikTok started getting popular, people started, a lot of people keep this as a house plant and didn't know it gives an edible fruit. And then it got popular on TikTok, and then I started growing it commercially. And now I let it take over my avocado trees because it's in such high demand, more so than avocados even. Yeah. I sell out in 2 days, Paul. Wow. No matter how much I grow, I usually, once they're ready to go, I'll flip the switch on, say, a Saturday. And when I'm out picking that Monday, that first day that I pick, I'm out. I have to, I run out of inventory. It's in super high demand. It's delicious.
I first found this fruit at a place called Glazier's Farmers Market maybe 20 years ago, if not 25 years ago. And I loved it. I never thought I would have a house where I could actually grow it. And I was actually driving home from the market one day. I was out here in Homestead, going back home up to West Palm. And I saw somebody was outside their tree. And I said, "Where did you get that?" And they go, "You want it?" I said, "Sure." And they just cut the plant and gave it to me. They go, "Stick it in the ground and it'll grow." I stuck it in the ground, and not only did it grow, it grew so much, it overtook probably my whole yard.
Yeah.
I actually Me and my small yard, I don't want vines. I don't want vines. So I
No.
ended up getting rid of it, actually.
Yeah.
But this is what the fruit looks like.
And Paul, that's actually like a small specimen. It's maybe a lot of times 30% bigger and 30% fatter than that. But I've already sold out my crop for the year. I always keep a few.
So I was going to ask you, is there a season, a particular season?
Pretty much August. Pretty much August, yeah.
Now, are there different varieties of this, or there's only one?
There's different varieties of the plant, Monstera. The Monstera Deliciosa variety of the plant produces the fruit. As far as I know, that's the only one that's edible.
Sure. And when Tom says that you got to prepare it, you don't really got to prepare it. You got to eat it when it's ripe. And the way you tell when it's ripe is, let's say you order this from Tom when he has them in season, and he sent it to you. You put up a cup on your counter, and you stick it in a cup, and you let it stand there like this, and actually like this. And there's little tiles here. They look like little tiles, and they start falling off by themselves. And that's when you know that part is ripe. It's not going to all ripen at the same time. They fall off in sections.
Inch a day, about an inch a day.
About an inch a day, and then you can, some people cut it, some people just eat it like that. But if you eat it, if you take the tiles off by themselves and you eat it, then you're going to get the tongue burn.
It bites back.
Like he was talking about. But to me, it tastes like a combination of pineapple and banana. What do you think?
Pineapple, banana, and I get a sour sop, too. I get a little bit of that tropical sour sop in it, yeah.
It's very filling, and it's really amazing. And I don't know anyone else selling this online.
I'm not sure. The only other place I've seen people selling it, my friend lives in Portugal, and she gave me a picture, and behind her, you know, I'm like, is that Monstera Deliciosa? She's like, yeah, they sell it everywhere over here.
Yeah, can you freeze this fruit?
Never tried.
The cool thing about this is you do not need to spray it, or there's no care. It grows like a weed here in South Florida.
It's a weed.
Which is one of the reasons I don't want it.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it could take over the trees here if you're not careful with it. But if you have the space, it's a beautiful plant. But you get these fruits as a great gift, and it's like you have so many. His whole yard's filled with these. I mean, it's.
What we do is my son and I go out in August, and we'll count how many there are. And let's say I count 300 of them. I'll maybe subtract 40, and I know I got 260 because it's hard to find them again, you know, because they're kind of hidden in there. And then I'll just sell out. I'll sell out in 2 days, you know. And then for when friends come over, we come out and go on a little Easter egg hunt and find them. You're taking that home with you.
Now, how do you know when these are ripe?
Okay.
I mean, of course, these fall off, but how do you know when to pick them?
All right. Monstera is one of those fruit that has next year's fruit on the tree at the same time this year's is. So, like, you know how Mame will do that?
Uh-huh.
So, as you could see, this is plump. And there's this yellowing and a beginning of separation between these tiles, as you call them, these hexagonal tiles, where when they're immature, they're like little white and they're packed real together, and you can see how much smaller it is. Here's another mature one on the vine back here, Paul. Now, they'll ripen on the vine. And the way you know is you smell it. I'll be walking around the grove. I was here with someone the other day, and I said, there's a ripe Monstera somewhere. And I started hunting, and I actually found 2. And there was a couple here, and they loved it. And they know you. They are raw fruit vegans.
Oh, nice.
They found me through you.
Nice.
The guy's name is Manola, something like that. I can't remember the wife's name. I'll have to think of his name. I can't remember. But anyways, and they just chowed down. I mean, they went to town on it, and they were so happy to get to taste it. But there's another aspect to this about this being a vine that the viewers might find interesting. Can I talk about it? Okay. So let's come over here. So you see here, I have an avocado tree. Then I've got a run of Monstera Deliciosa. Then another avocado tree. And like Paul said, all you have to do is take a little cutting and throw it on the ground. So look what I did here. I've got another one. And look, it's fruiting for next year, see? And then I'll let that guy run.
Let me hold that next to that so you get an idea. See the difference in the size? That's how you know this one's ready right now and that one's next year, okay?
Yeah, and so Paul, what I'll do is I will let this run of Monstera grow to the next tree. And then if it starts growing up the trees, I'll let it grow up the trees. Now, that's not good tree care, but I'm more growing Monstera at this point than avocado, but I only do it every other because I still need space to get my trucks. You know, I got to get my picking machine through here. I got to get my tractor, so I'll do it every other row. And the reason I say this might be interesting to your viewers is because we're doing now tiered farming. We're losing our land down here to housing developments. And so you can plant your canopy crop, which in my case is avocados, but it could be mango, it could be lychee, it could be whatever canopy crop you want to grow. Then you put down a ground crop. In my case, it's Monstera Deliciosa. You could run 2 rows of pineapple between every other tree.
Sure.
Take advantage of what's on the ground. Then you can run a mid crop like dragon fruit, for example. You could train a dragon fruit to go up your tree, and it's going to fruit and flower right above
vanilla,
you.
even vanilla.
Vanilla, right?
Yes.
Or in my case, I'm using the Monstera as the ground and the mid. Because these will
Sure.
grow. I have to get them with my picking machine too.
Does it hurt the tree if it gets too crowded on the tree?
Absolutely, it hurts the tree. Yeah, there's a lot of vine. You want to see how nasty the vines are? The roots.
Now, how when you get this close to the tree, they say it's not good to grow directly under the tree because it steals nutrients from the tree. Do you think that makes a difference with something like this?
I have no doubt about it. And with this triple tier farming methodology, you have to fertilize more. You have to water more. There's only so much nutrients in the ground. If it was all Monstera, the Monstera would grow better. If it was all avocado, the avocado would grow. But when you have them fighting each other for nutrients, there's no way around it.
How about this? You were talking about the roots. I got a good question.
Yeah.
If you planted it over a drained field, do you think that would mess up, get deep enough, or not necessarily?
I don't know if the roots go deep into the ground, but I want to show you, let's find a tree here, what they do to a tree, because they're very intrusive. Here's the main trunk of my avocado tree. And look, there's just thousands of these little spaghetti looking roots.
Yeah.
That's a parasite at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's going to rot this wood. It's going to cannibalize the nutrients and stuff like that. But I've got such a following now for the Monstera that I'm happy to let a few avocado trees just serve the purpose of a trellis. And whatever avocado I can harvest, I'll harvest.
Sure.
You know? But go ahead.
Go ahead, you go.
No, I was just going to say, so that's like above and beyond the Monstera, just an area of interest for people would be this, this 3-tiered farming that we're trying to get into now because of all the development. We're losing land, and so it's just something to do to kind of get more fruit out of the land. I mean, you could see you could probably smell it, but there's fertilizer here. We just fertilized 2 days ago, and if you're going to be growing, twice as much biomass, you need twice as much biomass under the ground to feed it.
Yeah. Now you said they have a smell when they're ready. And, I don't smell anything on this one.
No, when they're ready, as in when they open.
When they open, yes.
Your whole house will smell like fruit salad.
Okay, so
it'll
the way
give
you
such
know
a
they're
fruity.
ready on the trees because they start separating.
They get the separation and the yellowing in between the kernels. Or if it's past August, you're pretty safe.
So when do they start? August is when they end.
August. I've picked them as early as July and let them ripen on the counter. But as far as selling them, when I come out, I pick them and I sell them online. I sell them closed, like this one. If I find a few open, I set them aside. There's a local fruit stand I call, and I run down there. And before they've even cut me the check, they've got them on the shelves and selling like hotcakes. If I bring them 30 of these, they're gone in an hour.
Wow.
It's such a high demand fruit. Yeah.
And why are you the only one selling this around here, do you think?
I probably after this video I won't be.
Right?
I'll tell you why. My initial plan for this farm was to just be wholesale and just let people, let the pickers come, let them take their cut, sell to the packing house, and just, get my revenue that way. And then I started making YouTube videos, and my first YouTube video to go viral was about the Monstera Deliciosa. I think that was back in like 2017 I made that video. And I started getting people saying, I'd like to try that. I'd like to try a Monroe avocado. I'd like to try a Choquette avocado. Hey, can you sell me a mango tree? And what I would do is I would drive to Julian's. I'd drive to a nursery. I'd buy a mango tree and I'd say, hey, you just pay the shipping and I'll send you a tree. Pay me the shipping, I'll send you some avocados. Pay me the shipping, I'll send you some Monstera Deliciosa. That got too hard to manage. So then I put together my website, guacfarm.com, GUACFARM.com. And that took that personal contact out of the middle. And now people order and I just fill the orders and ship them. And that's basically the evolution of my business. And the Monstera evolved. I first just spoke about it as a novelty, really with no intention to sell it at all. I didn't think anyone would want it.
Does it only grow here in the tropics?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is a tropical fruit. I don't think it'll grow up north.
Yeah, that I don't know, Paul.
Yeah.
That I don't know. And I know that to get it to fruit can be tricky. So like a lot of people live in a condo and it might be all around the edge of their parking lot, and people search and it just never fruits. Now I'm here, I'm fertilizing, I'm taking care. I'm trying to get other stuff to fruit,
Well,
and
how
so
many I mean, there's a lot of plants that kind of all together, but how many will you get by just like that plant you put near the tree? How many come out like a one? Do they grow one, or do you get like 5?
You get clusters. You get clusters. So here's a cluster, which I love because from a picking perspective, I just go boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? So they kind of grow. See that?
So there's 4 there.
4, and they'll be ready next August, Paul. Yeah,
nice.
They go in a cluster. So I'm always on the hunt for these things. I got one eye looking for Monstera. I got one eye looking for a snake while I'm in there,
All right, everybody.
I'm always trying to smell for them.
I wanted to do this video because I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. And I'm sorry he's sold out now because the season's over. But we'll make another video when they're ripe and we'll show you how to eat it. Okay, everybody. This is what's standing up in a cup. And this is how it looks when it's getting ripe. You see those little tiles fall off and it opens up. It opens up right here, you see? So these fall off by itself. You don't eat that part. They look like a little tile. And then it leaves this left over. So this part is ripe, but this one's not. So it's been about 6 days since this was taken off the tree. And you just let it stand up, and then when the rest of it falls off, you can eat that. But this part can be eaten now. And there's some that'll just fall off when you touch it. You don't want to peel it because it's not ready. But if you just touch it and it falls off, then it's ready. So this is the most unique fruit you'll ever see. So you can almost eat it like corn on the cob. I've seen some people cut it here and just eat it that way. That's the way it is. I'm going to take a bite. All right, just so you have a better look. Now I've eaten it all the way around. That's why I said it's like a core in the middle, and then it'll eventually go all the way down till the end. A lot of people don't even know you could eat these, but that's how you eat them. You wait for these tiles to fall off. So back in the cup. Back in the cup, and we'll just wait. Every day a little bit more is going to fall off. But this is amazing. I'm going to put Tom's website below, guacfarm.com.
Thank you.
Because what is in season now is he has amazing avocados that are in season. He has one variety that's going out and another one that's coming in. He sells them online and just in competition with the price you get from your local supermarket, but far more better in quality, and it's just amazing. So check out the link below. And then after avocados, what's next after that?
Sapodilla, and this will be my first year selling Sapodilla. I have not done it before. I tested it last year, shipped a bunch of boxes, but this year I'm going to sell Sapodilla and hopefully introduce. Last year I introduced Mame to hundreds of first timers. This year I'm hoping to introduce Sapodilla. People love it.
All right. Well, everybody get to Tom's website. This is what it is, and look at the link below and at the end of the video. It's the link I have describing what it looks like when you open it up. Maybe I'll even take a clip of that and put it in this video. But it's an amazing fruit, and now you know where to get it. I don't even have them anymore because I got rid of all mine, even though they taste great.
It'll take over your whole yard.
It took over my whole yard. But Tom has them. He has a bunch. Trust me, it's everywhere here.
Yeah.
And next season I'll be back here to remind you all to get these from him. But it's a cool fruit to research and look at. And I'll either put the link to my video or I'll put the clip to the link in here now to show you it. But Tom, thank you very much for everything you're doing, man. Sleepy, Lizard, Avocado Farm. They're anything here but Sleepy because he's out there working real hard. So thank you, man. Anything else you want to say before we finish?
That's it. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Have a great day, everybody, and keep growing. For more educational videos about mangoes and other fruits and how to grow fruit trees, please look out the other videos on this channel, Fruitful Trees, and also subscribe if you like, and also share these videos with others. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and keep growing.